And the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need?
I got you, son. I got you. You're online. You're online, baby. You're online.
Get hot.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Stop your whining.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
21, 21. Here we go.
Slam. Check 37. Check 37.
Get hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Garoppolo. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Check. 11, 11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
10-2 stop. Recon, 152 fighter. Undercrunch. Fight.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 50 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here we go.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Here we go.
51 to mine. 51 to mine. Let's get some penetration.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch it.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Taking a shot for... It got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain of 39 on third. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
Check 49.
Greystone, Travis.
Slam.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now Cook, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
2nd and 6. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Sweep him.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, dude. Hey, watch it.
From the gun, Herbert. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year. Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Hey.
Now a handoff looking right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
70, Indy. 54. New York Porter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before it. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Line 54. I got you, son. I got you, son. Ready.
Off play action. Herbert airing it out deep for Smith. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. 5.
Off the play fake. Herbert, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off play action. Herbert looking here for Smith downfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. steps away to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go. 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Let's go, touchdown, baby. Let's go.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Vikings 28, 49ers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That's what I do.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Looking to throw. Herbert. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 35-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
3rd and 2.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
55. Hey, get in the way.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their...
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Vikings 42, 49ers nothing. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how it
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got 1 on us, and just not let it turn into more.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
49ers nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2000...
Stephon Diggs, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 83 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Garoppolo, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Keep playing on. Let's get it.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Garoppolo now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Herbert. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Here we go. 180!
55. Hey, eat. All day, dog.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it too deep?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. Come on, not a wolf. Check. Watch the defense. Hey, lock it. Push him back. Check the left.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Check 99.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here
we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And able to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
218, chop it.
On the ground, it's Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step.